So the whole reason that I forgot about of why we hadn't stared our hand is because we were going to count all the mental disabilities. Okay, so, okay. Trauma thingy, PTSD, ADHD, thing we don't know for. Okay, but we're not counting that, so erase that. Okay, gender dysphoria. What else? They're like, hey, like, until, like, recently, just past the 90s, they finally took, being gay off of the counter. So, not that one. Okay, what else? Our eating disorder. Okay, we're not counting trauma, anxiety, depression, horror right there. What else? Oh, our paranoia. There we go. Look up Ready or 5R. Oh, mental eating disorder, anorexia. I'd characterize it more as the yo-yo diet. Better, worse, I don't know. Max feels constantly starving, especially now because I'm out of period, so Max is just constantly starving. Max wants to eat everything and everyone. Max is just constantly hungry. So Burger King has seen me a lot, and will continue to see me. And Max made, what was it? 2 and one day I was hyper focused. I got home a little bit, like an hour early. Probably like half hour early. Got home for work one day. And then all the other days we had to stay after. And then we even stayed after a little bit because we didn't know it was a 5-hour shift. Until now. So Max has been awake because that's how it works. But anyway, the day we got early, we made 2 entire boxes of just spaghetti. Okay, we made spaghetti first. And then Max believes he's a genius because Max figured something out. Because why would you waste boiled water? That makes 0 sense. Because people are like, dump it out. No. Okay, put the strainer on top of a spare bowl, which you will then use to put all the pasta in. But first, okay, you make the pasta, which that took forever because Max forgot to turn it on high, and then Max was also going to the bathroom and things, so that took and delayed it for like at least an hour. Okay, so, and then we just kept setting timers. Oh, I don't think my trip to the bathroom was that long because I knew there was a timer and everything, so it was like 5 minutes. So yeah, I came back, set it for like 10, but I also put it on low just in case, but then I forgot to turn it up. Oh wait, I put it at medium, but it needed to be like almost that high, or like 2 notches below high. So it gets warm enough, and that took forever, so it took about like at least like 15 minutes, probably like 30, just to figure out the first batch, and then I think that 30 minutes includes the cooking time. I should, because probably only 20 minutes before that. And then, I was thinking about Yuri and Ice, because I was thinking that the only sports I really like is male ice skaters, because I think they're cool, and I don't remember if I talked about this before. Okay, but anyway, yeah. There's like a 20-year age gap, and the ages, when I looked up on there, didn't make any sense either, because, the main couple and everything, the little boy is like 5 when he sees the older guy who's at least like, he's like 20, but I'm thinking he's like 25, which means they're 20 years apart. I'm thinking it could be a little older than that, but I don't think so. It could be a little bit younger, but at least 10, most likely 12, over 12 years apart. Probably more like 20. They're 20 years apart. And he looks like he's like 16. And then he looks like he's 19. And sometimes they say he's like 30. And the other guy's only 40. So you're like, oh, like maybe a 10 age gap. but you're like, it seems more like 20, because he acts like he's more like 20 and everything. And the guy could have even been like almost 30, because he was like an Olympian and everything. He's professional. He'd been skating for like at least like 5 years or something, because he done all the little leagues and everything, and he was in the national level when the kid saw him when he was like 5, and he got inspired by him and everything. And then he becomes his coach at 40, probably a little over 40. He's like, I'm gonna quit skating and I'm gonna coach you. So that's what he does. And then they're like, oh, when I win gold or whatever, they'll get married. They were cute, but the age gap freaked me out. But there was also another age gap that freaked me out in anime. There were things, ooh, this is a different conversation that we forgot about, that we were going to go about, because Max was not happy. Max is not happy when you have anything related to the age. I was like, at least like make them look the same age or similar. Age is so fucking wonky. You make like a 5-year-old and like, or like a toddler, someone's mother, and then their child look like they're 20 and they're the adult. So that's wacky. And they weren't really even trying to do that. He didn't look oddly young for his 40, but that's how it is with some American actors, and like people blame it on like being Asian skin and stuff. Like, I don't know, you know. But no, one, I really wasn't happy. There were actually two that made me angry, because one was a adult, the other one was underage, and then one case they were step siblings. You're like, oh, but they're not actually rated because the little kid was adopted. Yeah, I get that. But he's underage and they had sex. Yeah, no. Not happy about it. Not how intimate they were. They 100% slept together, and no one thought it was wrong. At least wait until he's older, like even with the age gap, before like at least the guy, and he's not even close to being an adult. He's like maybe a middle schooler. He's not even a high schooler. Like maybe a middle schooler. Like this guy barely maybe left elementary school. And like, yeah, and they also haven't seen each other in years, so they're basically strangers. So it makes 0 sense. Max was very confused. Okay, Max will have to go and find his. I'll talk about this again. And the first subject is gone, and Max is reading. I'm so hot. We're just done. You can see my pretty box legs. I won't cover it. Oh, they're blue. They're only covered in blood. Oh well. It's fine. Max won't see anyone anyway. Max can lead as much as he wants. Goodbye, buddy. Okay. I can't remember anything. Age differences. Oh, the other one, like, you were like, oh, he's almost, like, he's 17, he's 16. Like, he's about to graduate and everything. Like, he's in high school and everything. But he's with a teacher, and you're not allowed to be with the teacher. And the teacher is an adult, and he's like, there's an age gap. Okay, because he had what after so the teacher is an adult, so that's like an extra year. So that's just a year difference, but he's a teacher and not a student teacher. He's a real teacher, and it sounds like, and what I've been told, he's taught before, and don't think it's his first teaching job. So that's over 4 years of college. So he's over 5 years older than the underage character who's in high school. And he's already kissing and probably touching and stuff. They haven't had sex yet, though. So, not illegal. Yeah. Max is screaming. Max is like, you're about to do something illegal. And because of the age gap and everything, he's like, no, I won't be in a relationship with you. But then he agrees, but you're like, okay, but then just don't do anything intimate. But then he's intimate, and I'm like, no. And that was the problem. You can be in a relationship, but you can't be intimate until he's the age. He's not at age yet. So Max has many problems. You're like, it's just an anime, but you told me their age, and you let me know about that one was underage and one was older age. If you didn't tell me this, Max would not know it was illegal. You told me things. And Max says, okay. But those... so that was bad. But the most concerning was this one couple. So I was like so pissed off, and I avoided a lot of stories for a while because they were all about, oh, he's a bully, oh, he's mean to me, oh, he's homophobic, oh, he only likes girls, oh, now he suddenly likes me because I look like a girl, but you're a guy, so you... And, oh, he commits all these hate crimes and everything against me, but now he likes me, so I'll love him. No. So I just trade one unhealthy for the other, because otherwise Max usually would just cry, because Max would just read horrible, sad, beautiful love stories that Max believed was true love, and the only way you could love was to find someone and then commit suicide together. And have one of them fail to commit suicide, and so one partner died, and then you cry at his grave, and then you commit suicide like 5 minutes later. Or they die in a car crash or from natural causes, so you commit suicide to be together. Instead of moving on and finding someone else to love and being like, oh, someone else can love me. Max is trying to learn. It's not how it works. Max still doesn't believe he's loved, but we'll work on it. Whatever. The unhealthy relationship was, there was this actor. The I hate you and I'm gonna be mean to you, and the I think you're a girl so I like you, but you're a guy so now I hate you, but then I end up liking you. Oh, all of that was wrapped in this one anime. Pissed me off. So a little boy, is he has to cross dress and everything because he's a little child actor, and they lost the girl actor who was supposed to play the part. So a little girl, boy, so it looks like a little girl and a boy meet, and they fall in love on the commercial. Reality, 2 boys meet, but one's cross-dressed. One boy likes the little girl. The kid he thinks is a little girl. And he thinks about her a lot. And then they do the commercial again, and they want to recapture the moment because it's the anniversary and everything. So they want to redo it, and they want to have the little kids that they saw in the commercial get married. And he's tricked by his parents, and he's bribed and everything. So he's forced to cross-dress again, and the kids meet. And then he finds out that it's a girl, and then the girl's actually a boy. And he confesses his love before that, and then he's like, oh, I don't like you, I hate you, and he's mean to him, and he pushes away and he insults him. And then it's explained and everything, but then Max found it was BS. Okay, so then, when after saying this, he later shows up and assaults him and forces a kiss on him, and he's like molesting him and everything. Like, he's about to go all the way. He's about to take his clothes off and everything, and he's like, oh, I'm trying to figure out if you're really a boy. That's what he says. No, not okay to molest people. No. And then they end up together? No. And so his brother, rightfully so, punches him in the face. But then that forces the victim and the attacker into arrangement. So the attacker doesn't sue his brother, which I thought was all BS, because I was like, oh, if you tried to sue, we could cross sue because you fucking attacked, and even if they don't want to call it an assault, you still attacked him. You can still call it physical assault instead of sexual assault, because it was probably both. It was more sexual, but it was still physical. He doesn't really have bruises, but still. And there was a witness and everything. So, yeah, no. You can cross sue. Everyone would get in trouble, so I thought that was BS. But then they make up and they fall in love, and yeah, no. I like the cute side stories. There's a lot. Max fully watched the animes because they were really cute there were side characters that I liked, and there was also really cute secondary love stories. So in Love Stage, the one I just talked about, they also made anime. No, they made live action, which was accurate to the anime. They were both accurate, but we didn't like the original story, so we were not happy about the main couple. And they kept most of it, and they might have cut something out, but I don't remember. They kept the assault in, so everything was correct. But I loved the second couple was super cute, and I loved it the entire time. So his brother was dating the lawyer assistant or whatever. That was part of the family. So they were dating. They were a cute couple, and they were the same age, maybe a year apart, but they were super cute, and they'd been together forever. They just maybe they didn't want to make it public or whatever, or really talked about their family because they both agreed on it, and they both thought about it. I was kind of annoyed though because with the main couple, one of them went public for no apparent reason. Well, no, he did, and he was kind of made to go public because enforcement with his manager. Manager's like, you have to choose, and I'm going to expose you and all this crap. But you didn't tell your partner, and you didn't agree on it, and you didn't even let them know. You just forced your relationship into the public and forced them into light, especially when they're terrified of people. Well, they're not terrified of people, but they have stage fright, and they can't act and everything, and they can't be in crowds, and yeah. They can't really talk in front of people and all of that. So, yeah. And you force that person into the limelight, into the light, forced all the attention on them, and now they're being attacked by paparazzi and everything without any warning. So, yeah, no. Bad relationships. Yeah. But then in the underage ones, there was a cute little two high schoolers. They were childhood friends before, but then one left, and then they came back, and then he's either you make out with me, you go out with me, be my boyfriend, or we're strangers because I love you more than a friend. But the friend was so dense that he's like, oh, we're still just best friends. I just have to kiss you so you don't leave me. But you're like, no, if you're willing to kiss him and you love him that much, you're basically boyfriends. You just don't know how to admit it yet. And you haven't figured out his feelings for you yet. So that was a cute little journey, and it looked like there was another story like that in a K-drama. That was super cute. I love that. That was the second supporting couple that I loved. Didn't really like the dense one's older brother having an affair with his student who was underage. Didn't really like that though. Yeah, that was the only thing. But yeah, I thought that was really cute. And then Here and Ice, it was my first ever gay anime ever. So Max was like, "What is this?" And they mostly just danced, and they didn't really have any PDA, so they had like a kiss or like a hug at the very end, and that was it. So it was very soft, and it was just very cute, and it was just like flirting and some random nickness, you know. But there was no intimacy, so I was okay with it. And Max didn't know, but later, especially in the later scenes, because sometimes they looked like closer in age, sometimes they looked like 30 years apart, you know, they looked really far, they looked super young, sometimes looked super old, and it was all over the place. So I couldn't figure out their ages, and then I looked it up later, and then before that, and then they showed him as a little kid, and it looked like he was super little, washing. At the first time they saw each other, one was skating. First time he saw him, he was like 5, and the other one was like 20 when he was skating. Yeah, no. That's when Max figured out the ages, and Max was not happy about this relationship. But besides that, it was all good. We're gonna talk about this again in another video, but yeah. Or maybe we should just call this one whatever. It's a mess. Bye. Probably don't be me. That's what the little catchphrase under my comments. They always says the channel or whatever. You can change that hashtag. Yeah, that's what it says. Don't be me. And then it has like the name of my channel and behind it. Just don't be me. Be healthy and get help, because Max doesn't really want help, because that would stop me from the goal of dying. And so Max will get a little help, but Max won't get a lot of help, especially since Max has gotten a lot of help of being institutionalized and being in a mental hospital, and that did what for me? Nothing. It didn't help, and in some ways it made it worse. Especially since Max didn't have meds, and Max didn't have access to get meds or to talk to a therapist in there, and the doctors wouldn't tell me anything, and there was no communication. So yeah, and we did learn our ABCs and sign language, but we don't. It's just an extra fidget thing we do with our hand for the most part. I can't spell words, but sometimes Max forgets a letter. Just like Max forgets words. So that's everything. Bye. Hopefully we upload these. It's gonna be a mess. Bye.